Hello Aries, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. The main part of the read, we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, supportive oracle cards, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Okay. Alright, how is this? Okay, let's find out. Let's get a little bit more down here. So something is good here. Alright, so I'm not... Alright, there's conflict. But this might not be your normal conflict experience. You've got the Ace of Cups on your side. So there's conflict here, but it's kind of like you already know. It's not just where you stand, but how. It's almost like you know how things are going to go. And it's kind of like you know you have the luxury of just taking it slow. And I feel like this is like a, I say this a lot, but whatever. I think this is more of an involved Aries energy in the sense of like, all right, I know it's going to work out. I also know whoever I'm dealing with, they're not in a place to really accept that or absorb that information right now. But it's kind of like I know that they're going to have to at some point. So I don't need to come into this and push it in. It's going to slowly slide into spot anyway. I do, and you, with the Ace of Cups, it's somebody you care about. So you're kind of like, in this situation, because of who it is, and it's gonna go forward the way it's gonna go forward. It doesn't have to be grabbed and put into place. It's gonna naturally just slide into where it's supposed to be. And you're like, you know what? They're not ready to hear it, but it's gonna go that way anyway. It's fine. I don't need to push it. I don't really want to. I'm not like you don't. This is not making you feel good to make them upset. And because it's gonna work out anyway, you're kind of like, you know what? We can take our time with it. I'll just distract myself and do other things while this is going on, and I'll just keep an eye on it. And you also have the Buffalo Spirit coming in with this, kind of like everything is provided for. What does it say on this card, actually? The abundant universe will provide. Everything is provided for. Same thing, right? You don't have any, like, urgency, like, I have to do this or this won't work out. That's not there. So you're like, all right, this is better for them to take their time. They are pushing back, which you don't seem to be bothered with. But you're Aries. Like, you know, somebody giving you a hard time, you're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. It's the way they're coming at you, it's not, it's kind of like, this is going to play out the way it's going to play out. They are cranky or they are pushing back, but you're kind of like, you're going to end up in that, it's going to slide there anyway. And you're just kind of like, you get it. I feel like you get it. You're kind of like, you know, I've had those moments in my own life where I don't like what's coming. It's going to do what it's going to do. I fight it and I fight it and I fight it. It still works out the same. And I look back and I'm like, I just wasted a lot of energy fighting something. We all have those experiences. Not for nothing. I have my moon in Aries. So I kind of like, I feel that energy come through. Like you can fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. And you know it's going to happen. And you're seeing this. You're like, I've been down that road. I've been down that road. They got to do what they got to do because they are conflicted. They're fighting it. They're fighting this. They don't want it. No, I don't want this. No, no. But as time keeps going forward, you're not like you're not giving them a hard time about it. And the fact that you're not aggressively telling them you have to go there because there's no need for it and you don't really want to. The more you don't fight them, the more they get the more they start to realize, like, wait, why isn't the Aries giving me a hard time about this? Like, I thought the Aries wanted this. And they're going to start looking at this, and they're going to start looking at it from different angles. Like, why is the Aries not, like, is this not going to happen that way? Are they giving up? Because Aries gives up. I don't think Aries gives up usually, but whatever. You might get over it and move on to something else, but, like, if you're still involved in a situation, I don't think Aries usually gives up. You can let me know. I don't really think you guys give up. But, like, you might be like, well, I'm just done with it. And you'll make a decision like, well, then if it's not going to work, I'll go on to something else. Yeah. So maybe, I don't know how you view that. But, like, if you're going to keep being involved in a situation, you have to keep being involved, and you have to keep being involved. You're not going to give up. It's just kind of like, well, that didn't work. I'll wait till my next opportunity, and I'll try again. Which is interesting, because I don't think Aries is known to be patient, and it's not about patience. Okay, it's not about patience. It's just kind of like, that didn't work. Well, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me think about it, and I'll find another way to make it happen. It's not really patience. It's just kind of like, I'll wait for the next opportunity, and I'll do that. The energy is interesting. It's like, but you're very, like, chill on this one. And I keep questioning it, and I'm like, this is interesting for Aries. Like, you're just kind of like, yeah, I don't need to fight this. It's going to work out anyway, so. But it's all about because you care about this person. But when you don't push back, they're like, what's the deal? Why aren't you fighting me? Why aren't you trying to force me to do what you want me to do? Because that's how sometimes they view you. Right or wrong, I feel like that's how they view you sometimes. And after a while, they slowly realize what you already know. It's going to slide into place anyway. It's going to slide. And I feel like there's no, like, the fighting is just not there. You don't want to. You just don't want to. That's an Aries thing. You don't want to. You're not gonna. That's just it. It may be like in your bag of tricks to fight when you need to. You can easily do it when you want to. But you're also strong enough to, like, you don't want to. You're not gonna. I don't want to fight that. I'm not gonna. You can't make me. I don't want to. I've decided. They don't want to fight you anyway. So they're not, like, egging at you. They're not pushing your button anyway. So that helps. That does help. Things start to go more, like, copacetic. It says koi fish, there's always enough, but I'm getting, like, things are just kind of starting to come together, and, like, they're starting to realize what you already knew. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, I'm getting there's a distance between you and this person for a little while, and you got the Hermit card on your side, like, what's going on over there? Part of you kind of wants to know, but you're not curious enough to ask. You're kind of like, it's kind of like, when you're baking bread or a cake. Cake's probably better. You don't keep checking on it, because if you keep messing with it, you keep opening and shutting the door, your cake could fall and you could destroy it, ruin it, whatever. So you're kind of like, I love baking analogies. I know. Somebody will make a comment, I'm sure. But you're kind of like, yeah, I got to give it time. I'm going to wait. Like, it's 40 minutes in. I think it says it takes 50 to 55 with this type of cake. I'll turn on the light. And I'll look. It looks, yeah, I think it's fine. No, it looks a little wet. I'll leave it alone. Like, you'll turn on the light. Like, the version of turning on the light and looking in the oven is kind of like from a distance without them realizing. You're kind of like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? Okay, good. I don't want to. I don't want to start. I don't want to start something. I don't want to get something going. I'm not in the mood. I got other things to do. I'm kind of busy today. Like, that doesn't fit into my schedule. That's going to take out some time that I don't really. No. So okay, it's okay. It's fine. I'm going to let it stay. But you're curious. Like, is this working out? Are they going? Did they figure it out? Did they realize it's going to happen anyway? Did they get that clue? Did they figure it out? Yeah, they did. They did. The Sun card is coming in telling me it feels like they're accepting it. It feels like they're accepting it. And the way it's coming across, like, I'm seeing the Sun card on their side, like, they're accepting it. It's got an interesting energy to it. Because it's kind of like, all right, this is going here. That's just naturally going to go there. It's just going to go there. So it's almost like, instead of fighting it, they've decided to embrace it. And, like, since that's going there anyway, what else could I do with it? They've accepted it. Their whole energy has flipped. The whole energy has flipped. From, like, I don't want to, no, to, oh, that's happening anyway, whether I like it or not. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, that's happening. Okay. Well, since it's happening, let me see if I can make the best of it. It just, complete flip. Complete flip. Especially because you're not fighting them. Like, because they're just left with their thoughts. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, be a part of it, don't be a part of it, doesn't matter, it's going to happen anyway. They're like, you know what, I actually do want to be a part of it. Let me see if I can make this the best I could. Now, this is interesting how the energy between you and them come in. I don't know if it's really compatible at this moment. I don't know if it's normally just not. It's going to be subjective to your situation. But I get the spider with the vulture. Now, in a Halloween Samhain world, they make sense together. Halloween especially. And I view Halloween and Samhain as different things, sort of, because of the way they're celebrated, just to be fair. So the vulture and the spider, like, it's kind of like for Halloween that would make sense. Like, they're both considered intimidating creatures. But when I'm getting this energy together, it's kind of like, it kind of matches, but it's like, the vulture is an interesting energy. It's a very necessary, a very imposing, but it makes use of things that other people don't want. It gets rid of things that people, like, literally, it's like if there's a carcass on the side of the road, they'll take care of it and get rid of it, from what I understand. So you actually want that gone. But watching that happen and being, like, the fact that it happens and it's kind of gruesome to watch, I think, it's kind of like, oh, I don't like the process, but it does take care of things the way it needs to happen. The spider is also one of those intimidating creatures for many people. Not everybody, but many people kind of like, ooh, they're a little bit creepy. And there seems like there's a lot they can do. Spider, a lot of times I get communication. But there's also this element of like web weaving and cocooning for some reason. Like taking something you have and saving it and put it together and you know, protecting it until it's ready to be used for nourishment. So there's a few different elements that the spider also brings in. And I'm getting like things are being prepared. Things are being taken care of. Things that maybe it's kind of like this energy is coming forward saying, I don't like this, but you know what I'm going to do with it? This is what I'm going to do with it. And when you see this happening, I don't see you being bothered by it. But it's kind of like if you're going to put in that effort, then you're going to put in that effort. I don't know if you're going to be a part of this with them. But it's like all of a sudden they start taking control of their own energy. And they're saying what they want to happen. They're accepting it's going to go where it's going to go. It's going to end up here anyway. It's just going to slide right in. It's going to happen. But then they're like, since it's going to go there anyway, this is what I'd like to happen with it. And it's like, it's a weird conversation. Because this is kind of almost like a gruesome pair, the way I'm feeling about it in this reading. And I'm an intuitive reader. It depends on the reading. And the way these are coming together, it feels like a gruesome pair. It's kind of like, all right. And it's kind of like you're listening to them and you're like, oh, I don't know if I really like that idea. But they're accepting it and it's good for the total situation. And I feel like you're looking at it like, I don't know if I really want to do that way. But if I work with them, like, it's better for them. Again, this is somebody who means something to you with Ace of Cups. You're kind of like, I can. And it's like, it depends on, I don't know, whoever this person is, sometimes they're hard to deal with is what I get. But you enjoy them in your life. And you're like, for this, yeah. I mean, it's not, I just feel like it's not something you typically want to do, but you care about this person enough, like, I'll do this for them. I'll do this. I'll go with it. Maybe this will have better benefits than I think. It's not gonna cause any roadblocks or problems for you. It's just kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do that, but it's not going to cause any problems for you. So you're like, I can do this for them. I'll do this for them. I will. I'm okay with it. They have the Magician coming in next. Kind of like they're creating more as they keep going. They do seem to like liven up the situation. It becomes more better, yeah. More of a positive situation than expected. It yields more benefits. When they accept it and they flow with it instead of against it, it makes a huge difference. They also provide you with more opportunities. When they accept it and go with it, opportunities pop up that weren't going to be there otherwise. It's kind of like, yeah, it was going to go here anyway. It was going to slide into spot. But now that they've accepted it and they're promoting it, much more opportunity is coming forward. More opportunity for both of you. You and them. Because I'm getting the Fool card on your side, and I'm seeing that crystal in that lady's hand, and I'm like, wow. I didn't expect, I mean, I know this was going to go here anyway, but I didn't expect it to go like this. I didn't see this. I didn't even realize this was a part of this situation. I didn't realize this fit here. I didn't know that. I wasn't thinking of it. It just didn't occur to me. Just didn't occur to me. Good things coming for you. When this is all said and done, you got the otter spirit, which to me, like, it looks like a heart, does it not? Like, come on. Like, it's supposed to, I think. And it says here, what does it say? You are never alone. I'm getting like this person actually helped you move forward, and it wasn't expected. You have a selfless moment here. You're kind of like, I could go along with it. I don't feel like I have to, but, you know, I care about this person, so I'll do it. Don't know if I really want to, but I'll do it. By you stepping forward that way, more benefits come your way. More opportunities come your way. You didn't get into it for that reason, but it's kind of like, because you did, the universe is saying you deserve a reward. Here you go. Why not? But the more you get rewards, the more the other person gets rewards too. It's like, it just keeps building back and forth on both of you. It's kind of like you're being, it's like a selfless move. I feel like this starts off like a selfless move. You're not expecting to get anything out of it. You're just kind of like, I care about this person. I want them to be happy. Cool, I'll do it. And you end up with this opportunity. And you're meant to take advantage of that. That's not a bad thing. You take advantage of that, you open another door for them. It's like, it's just, you keep opening doors for each other. The more you help them, the more they help you, the more opportunities you get, the more opportunities they get. It just keeps going back and forth that way. It feels like the synergy of the universe saying, you're doing something very well. You're doing something you didn't have to do. You could have opted out. You didn't have to help this person. You cared about them, you decided to do it, so it's benefiting. The reason they're really highlighting this, from what I'm understanding, is like this happens throughout your life. And maybe you haven't realized, like, you're kind of like, well, sometimes I just step out because I don't see the point. Like, I just don't see the point. Somebody's difficult, or somebody, like, you're like, I could just take a time out from them. But they're saying when you do these selfless things and you engage it anyway and you don't have to, the universe notices that and likes to put things forward for you. And it can come forward in different ways, but for example, it may not be like a monetary thing. That might not be your opportunity, but it may be time with somebody you love, extra time with somebody you love, or an experience or an event that you just weren't expecting. It doesn't have to be anything monetary, obviously, but maybe how the situation comes together, there's an opportunity for you to have another loved one, maybe a child or a grandparent, or who knows, a friend, spend extra time with you because this door was open and you're like, this event is coming and I know they'd like to do it too and I can invite them into it. It just gives you these wonderful gifts, like, the more you participate in these things. And I feel like this is for a lot of people who are like, yeah, a lot of times I just opt out of this stuff because it doesn't seem like I need the stress and I don't have to, so I just don't. And it's like, no harm, no foul. And the universe is agreeing with that. Like, you don't have to do anything like this. But this is an example of when you do, your life becomes richer in many different ways. Anything else? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you. The information's at the bottom, too, in case I mumbled through it. Thank you.